Everybody breathe. Let's breathe together. They did it! Nice. 3 more to a World Series, 7 more to a World Championship, and I gotta say, okay, forget about the screw up. It should have been a double play to end it. I mean, that stuff happens. All's well that ends well. But that's about as ABC 1, 2, 3 do re mi a game as you will see in the first round of the NLCS. Are you kidding me? And we were wondering about Topper, whether or not he made the right move taking Zach Wheeler out 80-something pitches. Wheeler was cruising. No stress innings. Does it. Here's Sir Anthony. Does it. Here's Jose. Does it. Except for that little screw up there. It wasn't Jose's fault. Ricky Ball.
Part of it was he walked Profar in that inning. I think that got the wheels kind of churning, knowing that you have to face Machado now. You got to face Bell now. Yeah, so it was a situation where I didn't love him taking out Wheeler. I think Wheeler was cruising along. It didn't look like he lost any velocity. He still had movement on all his pitches. It wouldn't have surprised me if he kept him in the ball game, but he did take him out. I thought Sir Anthony was outstanding. I thought Alvarado threw the ball well when he needed to. So, I mean, in the end, you come out with a win. That's all that really matters. But the way you did it was beautiful. A little opposite field home run by Harper, and then, wow. Yeah, that ball went a long way by Schwarber. That was that. You know, everybody says Schwarberian, Schwarbomb. Yeah, that was both combined.
It really was. By the way, welcome to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance. If you've been watching the game, we're going to go out to San Diego. All the interviews, analysis right here. Benny, talk to us. What do you got?
Zach Wheeler was unbelievable. Just unbelievable. And I think we're going to show a bat later. That Juan Soto had his last at bat. I've never seen Juan Soto look more off balance or bewildered at home plate than he did in that third at bat against Wheeler. Just dominant performance. And when you need the big guys to step up, who does it? Bryce Harper, MV3. Kyle Schwarber. That thing was a nuke. That was, you look at the reading, and it was like, that's got to be a misprint. It's got to be a misprint. 119.7, are you kidding me? 488 feet?
Gotta tell you, I don't care what any readings say on that. That was a missile.
It flew out of here.
That was a scud.
All right, hit by a stud. Ruben Amaro Jr., yep. Former bat boy, former player, former coach, former general manager. You said on Saturday you had never seen a manager manage a rotation in a bullpen in a closeout game as well as you saw Topper. We were all on pins and needles when he pulled out Zach Wheeler after 83 pitches and 7 innings pitched. What do you think of what he did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised. I thought that he might leave him in there for one more, 82 or 83 pitches, and he was cruising. But he believes in his bullpen. He believes in those guys. He gives them the ball. Alvarado has not closed a game for over a month, and for him, or about a month, and for him to give him the ball in the 9th inning in that situation, I got to take my hat off to the man because he believes in these guys, and they are performing for him. Just a tremendous job of pitching across the board. That's the way you do it. If you want to win championships, you pitch like that, you're going to win.
In a few moments, we'll go out to John Clark on the field with the interviews. We'll go to the podium. We'll go to the clubhouse. We'll hear from all the players in a 2-0 Phillies win that has them up 1-0 in the NLCS over the San Diego Padres. 3 games away from a World Series appearance and 7 games away, incredibly, from a World Championship. And they looked that good and then some, Ricky Bo.
They did look that good. This was one of those, this is like the type of game you expect in a playoff game. You got really good pitching. Darvish was pretty good. He made a couple mistakes, and the Phillies made him pay for it. Other than that, I mean, this was a pitcher's duel. This was 2 starting pitchers going at it head-to-head, both of them throwing the ball really well. I mean, when you think back, how many times were the Phillies frozen by Darvish late in a count by a fastball? You don't see that every day. I mean, that's respecting his arsenal is what that really comes down to. And then on Zach Wheeler, Ruben wasn't as shocked as I was, but after that first inning, I was a little shocked that the Phillies, that the Padres tried to attack him early in the count.
You just gotta try to swing at strikes. I mean, and as a pitcher, I mean, the problem is it's about consistency. You want the guy to be able to. There were certain times when he was calling a certain pitch a ball, and then the next pitch he'd call it a strike. The inconsistency what makes it difficult for the hitter and the pitcher, but these guys, both those pitchers, managed through it extremely well.
Yeah, let's go out to San Diego with Zach Wheeler's battery mate, JT Realmuto, who's with John Clark.
All right, JT Realmuto. That was the hardest hit ball of Kyle Schwarber's career. Have you seen a ball hit harder and farther than that?
No, I told everybody in the dugout, I'm pretty sure that's the hardest ball I've ever seen hit. I mean, that was incredible. As soon as it came off his bat, I knew it was different, but then to see how far it actually went, I mean, that was incredible.
Did you see Bryce Harper's reaction?
No, I didn't. Probably the same as the rest of us. Yeah, we were all had that same reaction.
What have you seen from Bryce and Kyle? Because they're hot now.
Yeah, of course. You know what? I noticed Kyle in BP yesterday. For whatever reason, he looked like he was really locked in, and I kind of felt like he was on the right track, and obviously he had a great game today. And then Bryce has been doing that for a while now. He's just locked in. You can just tell by his confidence, his swagger, the way he steps in the box. He's feeling good up there.
Speaking of locked in, Zach Wheeler. Could you also tell eye contact, whatever, coming from warm-ups? Could you tell?
Yeah, I mean, Zach's he's been that guy for us ever since he's come back from the IL. He's just been dominating. He's been so locked in, and it was no different tonight. He was locked in from the first pitch on. He was huge for us.
Final question for you. You took game one in St. Louis. You took game one in Atlanta. You take game one here. How important setting the tone in each of these series?
Very important, especially because that team over there has a lot of momentum. You know, they've been playing really good baseball. We felt like game one was a toss-up, and it was really important for us to go and win it. And we feel confident with Nola on the mound tomorrow as well. And it'll be huge for us if we can go home 2-0 in this series.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
When you consider the stage for Zach Wheeler and the Philadelphia Phillies, when you consider that he walked Juan Soto in the first inning and he gave up a single to Myers in the fifth inning, that's all. I mean, that's all. Put this performance in some context, Ben.
Everywhere I went today, they said, Benny, how are the Phillies going to do today? And I said, they're going to win. They got Wheeler on the mound. That's how good he's been from day one since coming back from the IL. Every start that he's made, he's actually gotten better. And to give up one hit to this lineup in that atmosphere is nothing short of remarkable. It just goes without saying how good and what he means to this team. And good pitching is just everything in the playoffs. They got that tonight out of Zach Wheeler. To shut that lineup down, they had a couple good swings off him in the first inning. And it's almost like, okay, boys, you had your chance. Now it's my turn. And I am going to shove it down your throat, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. I'm going to shove it down your throat. Hang with him.
I don't know what 83 pitches means versus 103 or 104, but he pitched the 83. What does that mean further down the series? Should they need him? The all-hands-on-deck motto. What does that mean?
It's possible that he could throw.
But is there that much of a difference?
Of these games,
Okay.
I think it can make a difference, and that may have something to do with what Rob Thompson was thinking when he pulled him out of the game. I don't think so. I think he just wanted to win this baseball game. That said, I mean, to me, this performance. I mean, we saw Roy Halladay throw a no-no, but the reality of it is this is one of the greatest performances I've ever seen of a starting pitcher in this situation. Zach Wheeler was amazing, and you cannot understate what he just did to the San Diego Padres in San Diego.
And in all honesty, the only thing is he's going to be fresh again for the closing out game on Sunday, because that's what it's going to be, like I said. So he's gonna be ready to close out on Sunday. That's the bottom line. I just told you what's going to happen. So we could just move
I take
to
that to the bank. I'm going to the
now.
car. Are you kidding me? I'm going to the car.
But there was no stress whatsoever. I mean, it was literally like he was out there throwing a bullpen to JT with some hitters up there standing in, because they weren't doing any damage.
Right.
But there wasn't stress. There wasn't stress as far as, you know, guys having traffic. You're right about that. But there was stress because it was such a close game. I mean, we're not talking about like a blowout here. There was a one-run game for a long time until Schwartz.
I'm talking innings of stress, where you go out there and you have to really rear back and do something different. He just didn't have to do that. That doesn't happen very often. That's a gift.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good gift for Zach Wheeler.